Hi, how are y'all doing today? There are some pretty somber attitudes that people are having today and the past few days, especially over what's been going on in England. And just wanted to take a minute to talk about it briefly, because this day would have been sort of a somber day of remembrance for me anyways, and now it just kind of piggybacks one on the other. And, you know, not only do we have friends in all those areas, in Birmingham and Kent, and throughout London and Liverpool, so just definitely sending prayers to those people and hoping that there are enough hands to do the work, that the prayers encourage the peace of, as a child growing up, with Judaism in the home and that being culture and everything, I grew up with Tisha, which is the recognition of the destruction of the temple. And, we fast that day and sort of get rid of things that are kind of worldly, like we don't wear lotions or, we don't take care of ourselves in a certain way. We're sort of in mourning, basically. But there's also a prayer that we say for the Redeemer, the true Redeemer. And there's just a lot of things about that day that mean a lot to me still, even as an adult. And I'm slow to mention it. And a lot of times people mistake that to be the fact that I'm embarrassed of my heritage or whatever it is they mistake it for. But part of it has to do with, and I'm already seeing it in the media, so I'm going to just touch on it, but really take it to another place because I don't want it stuck there for people. On this date, there have been a coincidence of many horrible things like the beginning of the Crusades, and you can just look it up. Tisha B'Av has a lot of negative things that happens on or around it, and there are some people who want to be judgmental and shame other people regarding that, and they will take that date and they will take that day to use it as a shame on you because fill in the blank. And I just want to remind people that that's the wrong use of the tongue. And if you are doing that and you know what I'm saying, you know that that applies to you. If not, it doesn't matter. And I just want people to focus on, the reparative and the peacemaking efforts, and paying attention to what gives rise to mob violence, how people are showing, Tempest and Teapot, how things were so pressure cookered together that something like this could happen when a human being has a relationship with an individual human being where they don't mention when something bothers them. It can build up for only so long, and then they'll say, it always bugs me when you blah, 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 and then they'll have a complete tirade of all this information that they've been holding back for however long, and meanwhile the person has never known that they were always offending them every time they did fill in the blank. And I really see that as so much the same thing going on, just in a large scale effect that's expressed in mob violence, which takes on its own entity of evil. And I have said that before, and I really mean that, because when people do not express what is in them, it will come out in any ways. So I'm hoping that whatever way you choose to express anything go on today inside of you will be the most loving and joyful expression that brings connection for people everywhere you go. And that's my prayer for my friends there and everybody there who I don't even know yet, because I love them. They're members of humanity. I don't care what their color or group or area, you know. And I think you probably feel the same way too. So I'm gonna hopefully put some links here at the bottom. And just ever ask people if they have a need or interest or desire to use those negative things as a reason to be more loving. Let it be turned into something good. All right. Thanks for listening and letting me cry. And I'm sending you love. And would someone please send me a health question so I can just do that or go back to yoga stuff? Oh my gosh, this is so not my comfort zone. But I do it for you because I love you anyway. All right. Bye, blessings.